Finally, I think it's coming to life.
Yes.
Oh. So here we are. Yes, we are live. So welcome to this our Pulse of Wisdom. I think it's 13th series. So we have been discussing about, and we never thought, as an adult, as a parent, we always think what to give to the child. We never think what to take from the child. So it's a kind of a blind spot to the parents, that they don't think to take something from the child, rather keep on giving the child. In this giving mode, keep on giving the child, they learn something, but unconsciously. No? And in this way, when it comes to education, we always think as if we are giving bread to the child, we are giving clothes to the child, we are giving what the child needs to survival. And here we come and we think the same way. We must give some knowledge to the child. And we are only giver to the child until child grows up and becomes old to teach us back. This is the way we adults and parents are thinking about. Well, when child growing, its ego identity developing over the idea that I am intelligent. With the feedback of the parents that you are intelligent. So child is growing a personality, an ego identity that I am intelligent. When the trust of my parents, operant conditionings, classical beliefs, all child rearing practices every society adopts to pass on the idea to the child, yes, you are unique, you are intelligent, you are extraordinary, and you can do miracles and change things. So this idea is passed on, and I love you, I trust you, and I trust you can do whatever you like. So this idea we pass on to the child and keep on educating into this line. A new reflection away of the phenomena. Think as a child. If I want a feed idea that I am intelligent, so one way is to borrow the idea, take the idea from the parents or somebody. Another way, convincing idea about the intelligence is when somebody approaching you to solve the problem. If child has a problem, child coming to you to solve it. If he understands well, we say you are intelligent, or if he's understanding fast. But the crux of the child is learning. The intelligent are that people who are solving the problems and to whom I'm going. Unless somebody comes to the child to resolve an issue and solve a problem, the real conviction that I am intelligent is not established. It's always in bingo. So if you say to the child you are intelligent, and he goes out and brother says you are not intelligent, he will start to fight over the idea. No, mama says I'm intelligent, you are wrong. So his belief of right and wrong is over the value of trust the child is assigned. On the contrary, if you want to feed this a real intelligence in the person, then parents start to invite children in problem solving, or sometimes it starts to admire the problem solving. This way, In this new era, which the technology is challenging the people and making them every year more and more challenged if you are not cope up with this technical aspect of using AI and robotics. The new phase is opening a phenomenon that if children start teaching the technology to the adult, and adults are open to learn from children, it will open a new era of relating between generations, opening to it, and really understanding the limitations and admiring them. This way, a reverse education will begin and a sharing can begin. So, as much we have been insistive to the children that you should learn this, you should learn that way, you should learn this way, this is intelligent way, this way memory can be sharp, this way confidence can be developed. If we assign these problems to the children, let's see if they can resolve it. And I better trust they can resolve it. But if this custom, this eye-opening paradigm shift happens in parenting amongst generation, and reversal will be. Here, children coming from 4, 5, 6 age starts teaching and supporting the technological aspect to the another generation, older generation. So the new knowledge here is completely reversing. Before, knowledge was being transferred from older generation to new generation. Here, new generation is coming equipped with a new knowledge to feed the loop to the old generation. For technical things and knowledge, old generation is becoming dependent over the young generation. Same way a child was dependent over the parents for other needs. So this is reversing. Time is reversing. The culture is reversing. In this reverse culture position, we need to come to a new module of thinking, a new way of thinking in education. Rather than looking for, yes, we look for. So here, only thing is changing that expertise matters. Transferring skills. So if a child, even 5-year-old, can handle some AI and robotics more expert and can explain the handling, how to handle. And the old generation people have different things to give. So now we have to think in a reciprocal transaction happening immediately in child rearing practices. Don't you think it's a new perspective? So if we open a phenomena of thinking, rather than becoming proud what I have taught to my child, if we reverse the situation and start to feel proud what I have learned from my child. This odd combination for me is really bizarre, because if I see to the new generation, yes, they are associating words in a very different way than we associate. Because information bombardment is fully bizarre. It's not in harmony. So their words connections are going very bizarre. The neurons are connecting. So if you say to a word, you don't know how it will impact, how it will relate to other situations, what memories it will evoke, what future plan it will give. You have no idea. So words playing in a very different way. I hope this natural language programming of AI slowly will bring a systematic thinking, because the bombardment of information in unorganized way has created a kind of a chaos. Seeking information and reading information in systematic planned way, exactly what you want to learn, then mind comes to the same. But here for a few years is a chaos. Chaotic mind. The information are becoming slowly systematized and systematic way of offering the information to the children. And AI will play an amazing role into this, I can see. And mind will become systematic. At the same time, it can be dependent. New challenges will be coming. While the next few years, in the next coming 10 years, what I'm saying is will be the only way of parenting. And to resolve generation gaps. Because children they will enjoy teaching. Because there are so many ways to feel that I'm small. And if you give an avenue to feel that they are big, amazing relationship will develop between this generation gaps. So here is the challenge, and this is the remedy. Mr. Powell, before Jenny Ambrose says something, you are coming from a completely different upbringing of parenting.
That's the truth. Avo, you want to start?
Yes. Thank you for your introduction, and it's really interesting to understand to change the role of child. And actually, this week we have in our school discussion what expectation parents have about the educational system. Many people saying, yes, we're expecting kids to read and write, okay, in one or few languages. But I realized that I'm expecting my kid not really read, but to understand what is in this book. Not only read or write, just to understand the law of nature, the logic, and also I am expecting from the child, my child, to explore new talent, because new talent gives the energy, gives the fire to learn more and more. If I have already remind this word that young kid, it's not a pot which you have to fill with some knowledge. Young kid is it's a fire, it's a fire stick. You have to burn it, and then the kid will learn everything by himself with some assistant. And also a few words about AI. AI for me, it's more or less source of knowledge. It's like a big library. And for example, without internet, without AI, I will never go to Sanskrit textbooks and learn some of them, because they are in different country, in different city, in different library, but more or less they will be scanned, and this unknown hidden knowledge will come up. And but the main thing is understanding. For AI, maybe it's also a big problem, not just to give the information, to understand the information. So number one is understanding. And number two is talent.
Today we are talking about, Pavel, what we learn from the change. What we are learning, what we are planning to learn, and what we have learned from changing the role.
Yes, the learn yes the child have different understanding of the nature, and to ask them the question, it's the only way to learn from them. But they have to tell you the knowledge and to tell you the understanding of the nature. And the second is talent. If the kids have some talent in walking, in running, and you can learn by copying these actions. This is, and of course, the positive things. It's a tantric idea that the kids grown as a plane and without any blocks. Their mind is without blocks, and they can smile, they can sing a song just without any reason. And this is very important for parents also to copy this kind of attitude, to smile without any reason, to sing a song, to jump. And it's I also think this is the part of rejuvenation process, to copy the action of younger
At least
generations.
it is a part of therapy already.
Yes.
Rebirthing process, child therapy, where you act as a child to let go of all the traumas and you behave as if you are behaving in 3 years of age. One of the rebirthing, this reparenting process was adopted by Osho community
Mhm.
and as a therapy program of 1 week, I think, where like group settings of 50, 60 or whatever the people in the group, and they all behaving like a child, all adult,
Mhm.
but they're all behaving like a 3-year-old child and each playing with each other and dropping all these beliefs. It's highly therapeutic.
Yes, and
But
the
it's
only thing
I'm
is
thinking adopting the idea into a culture.
Mhm. And in my project of Oasis of Wisdom, I think we will definitely need to come together with old people,
Our
with young people together.
our education system will be very different education system will install there. And
Mhm.
whatever needed, where it's needed in different situations, exactly that which will be working.
Okay. So now, Jenny, what is your?
Jenny
Oh
has
boy. Oh
stories to
boy.
tell. We are more
Oh,
intellectually analyzing, dissecting the idea. She
yes.
has straight to the heart.
Well, when my children were young, I observed them. So that way I knew how I could support them and at the same time learn from them. And I'll give you an example. So my daughter went outside and was playing, and I had a chair sitting. I was on the farm, and we had a chair sitting outside, and it was a cane chair, that had the holes in it.
Mhm.
And she was playing with the ants in the holes, and they were going in and out. And so she put more ants up there, and she was watching them playing in the chair. And so I just observed her that at the age of like 3.5, she was so connected with the ants, not fearful, and that she was actually being creative with them. And I have another example. My son Phoenix would go out in the yard because I always planted flowers, and I observed him and his calmness. He could go up, and the bumblebees, would lay in his hand and he would pet them because he never had any fear. And so, as a parent, we're observing all the time. And so how do we support them in the directions they need to go with the connections that they make? But I think what we need to do is get them out in nature. I think nature is an amazing healer, and allow and observe them to play and connect with the animals, the insects, whatever. I was trying to look and see. So I'm observing my grandson. He's 3 years old. He has an incredible vocabulary. And we play with these magnets. And so we will be building with these magnets, and we're building garages for his cars. And I'm seeing him evolving because I've been watching him for about a year now, one day a week, how he builds and how he changes, how he's building the magnets. And so he's evolving with his, what I would call an engineering skill on building with magnets. So the patience of a 3-year-old to sit there and build a great big thing with magnets is just amazing to me, that he can focus like that. Then I wanted to say, what else? So Dylan would have his friends over and they'd spend the night. And I always go in and I'd put him to bed and we'd tell stories. Well, I always created stories where they helped me write them. So I remember we created a story where they wanted to build a spaceship to go to a planet. And the kids would all add things where they go to garbage cans and pick up things, and then it'd get to the planet and I'd say, well, what happened at the planet? And they would bring seeds back to Earth to plant peace on Earth. So it's giving them the opportunity to be creative and to co-create. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot. Obviously, I had 6 children. I needed to learn a lot, right? That's what I always say. I had a lot to learn.
Yeah, people like, I say, I ask my mom, what do you got out of all this marriage and children? She said, nothing. I just got you. That's it. So children, like, they give. The moment they are born, they give. They give you a character. Before that, you don't have this character. And you cannot sense that character without them. No way. Like, no way. So in a way, the moment they arrive to this world, they are coming with one identity and giving you also an identity to keep explore. Same way the child is newborn baby. Same way your character is also newborn baby. You're just excited about, oh, I'm a mother or I'm a father. But it's just as new as like your baby. And you are as sensitive as your baby is to the ego identity. As much work the ego identity has to be worked on the child, same way it has to be worked on your characters too. So there is a parallel processing of the child to recognize this. Once we recognize this, we are welcoming to the child. So here, the wisdom in culture starts to seep in. Anybody arriving, if the person is welcomed, a sense of worthiness always remains inside. I am worthful. I am demanded. People wanted me. Somebody is waiting for me. Somebody is waiting to see me. Some people are really crazy happy for my arrival. Do you think A child cannot feel the emotions and the environment around him, how people are talking about it, what they are feeling about him, whether they are welcoming, not welcoming. The environment is protective, not protective, conducive, not conducive. Do you think a newborn child can sense the environment? I have a question.
Absolutely. They can feel energies. And they teach us how to breathe properly, a newborn baby. Isn't that where yoga came from? They do the breath of fire and then they do the slow, deep breaths. Because I remember watching the babies and they would just kind of stop breathing for a while because I was always, kind of overprotective when they were little. Anyway, but then later on, when I learned yoga and breathing techniques, that's where they came from. They start teaching us even when they're born on how to breathe properly.
Hmm.
I integrate that into my classes now and affirm the fact that, that breathing is our connection and we cannot get mad if we're breathing properly. I always tell my kids that. And another thing they've learned and they've taught me is they'll go stop. If there's an argument going on, they'll intercede as a child and say, stop this, because they feel it and they know it's not right. So, yeah, they're amazing. And I think each child of mine has an aspect of me when I think about it. And they give me that aspect and they've progressed, moved further in their life. Musically, they're more musical.
So the
All the
child kinesthetic memory is alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Child, the listening, the music, the beats, the things, the sound, the noise, whatever the environment, child is imbibing it in all the senses open to sense project. That means if we can give something to a child, the first thing we should give the celebration of his birth. That means people giving maximum time to the child. So if we can give something to the child, first of all, in a quantity, maximum time, maximum people. And
how do you feel?
Welcoming environment. Maximum will give, maybe better. I'm just saying it, maybe. Who knows the consequence of something, how child, each person can react to the same environment differently. If you try to give more richness to the child, maybe child reacts completely. So nobody knows, but it's still an idea how the child will react. Nobody knows, but an idea to give a welcoming surroundings, environment, energy, music, touch, in all the senses which the child can sense. We can provide the information with the package of energy that yes, you are welcome, you are needed, you are important, and we are delighted.
I have a question. So how do you think the children are being affected by both parents working when
That's what
as a
I'm
newborn?
saying. That's a father thinks more.
I was lucky
Yes,
I could stay
even,
home.
yeah, completely different psychology.
Mhm.
Isolation and feeling of worthlessness will be there.
Because they aren't a priority.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was lucky I could stay home with mine. But you know what? As a
But new
parent,
situations, the parents will find new ways to that.
yeah, they'll evolve
But
it.
that can be compensated. That's what I'm saying. It should be compensated. If the child evolves to gaining value by teaching someone, then it will be reversed. Even the path, it will be reversed. So the new education system, even in the Oasis or in any education system, we must start trying this idea of education where children teaching adults. We must begin right now, education system. And that will help a lot. Suddenly there will be a lot of education. Like in India, a lot of people are technically challenged. And the newborns are adopted to it very quick and fast.
Mhm.
So if they come to intermingle, they're spending time together with an electronic device. That's a great situation. At least you are together. Otherwise, there's no togetherness. I'm hearing complaint people coming right now. I'm in retreat, ashram. I can show you how it looks in the night. Very nice. How
What's that?
night of Rishikesh night. You want to see how Rishikesh looks in the night? I can show you on mobile.
I'm not sure what you mean though.
If I can, let's see how interesting it is.
What is it that we're looking at? What is it that we're going to look at?
Just in the night, I don't know how Rishikesh will look like.
Education?
Rishikesh city, where I am in India.
Oh, in the city.
In the
Okay.
city.
Well, I just had to get clear. I couldn't.
How it will look like.
That would be awesome.
If I can manage my internet connection.
So what city is it?
Rishikesh, India.
Rishikesh. Okay. I don't know where that is. Do you know, Pavel?
Yes, it's a capital of yoga.
Yoga.
And Tantra.
And Tantra. Oh my goodness. So how would you spell that? That city's name? Go ahead, Pavel. Do you know how to spell it or not?
Rishi Kesh. Rishi, it's a saint people, yes. And Kesh is the city, city of saint people.
Interesting. Is it Rish?
SH here. Rishi. I A E S H. Rishi Kesh.
All right, I'm going to look that up. Interesting. Another direction we could go with that is how the DNA affects children. But that's a whole new subject, right?
And I can show you the sea. You want to see the sea?
Okay. So this is where he's at. Neat.
Here, the connection is not good. But the mobile from here, I can show.
Okay.
So you see, is far away from here. Wi-Fi will not come. So from here, I can show you. This is the place. A lot of jungle. This is the park, kind of. And this is the area we can just sit. Maybe it's a big thing. And this is the city.
You can out the country.
I think here, from here, yeah, like this. Only this much I can show you.
Oh my!
Yeah,
what's the population there?
I'm here in the mountain, so all jungle, forest, little bit light here, there, and this is the pathway to go. And if I go out, my Wi-Fi will not catch. So this is it. I come to the laptop.
Oh,
So are you staying at a hotel or is that where you live?
No, this is yoga ashram where I teach.
Oh, where you teach.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So here, just a minute.
That's lovely. How many acres is it on, Shri?
Yes, I just wanted to show you, just to have a feel. So here I am in Rishikesh. So which point we were? I didn't record it. So yes, we were to the point, Pavel, to at the welcoming them. The first point to give, and then reciprocal transaction, and they start learning from them, rather than giving them a teaching which will not fit in the modern situation. And we start include in child rearing practices a message to convey to the child, yes, you are important and you are well. If we don't have time, yes, we will find alternative many ways to deal with the situation. And because I found still in India, like there are rituals when a child is born, 1 month or many days, women are from around the neighborhood or relationship, they will gather and they will do celebration at the name of the child. For everyone is at the name of the child. And in the song, it's also showing the song that we are very happy and that you have been born, and comparing it with the birth of the God, the birth of other angels. And in this way, singing song, celebrating, eating, and just singing for the child. So kind of, and everyone will come. Also the ceremony of touch to the child. The child is also introduced to many touches, not just one parent, like one mother or one father, but also introduced to understand that many people loving it, many people loving it, many people giving you touch of it. So this all in a kinesthetic manner. And then comes the play to give an ego identity to the child, who the child is. That's the different thing after few years. But these are just initial beginning. The child is born, and in days and in weeks and in months. Don't you think so? We should adopt to this culture.
That's awesome, I think. I think we do it in a different way. I mean, being that I was raised Catholic at the time, we baptize them. And that's where the family comes and the priest baptizes them with water and blesses them and everybody holds them. And so it's a little bit different than what you're doing, but it's a ritual.
It's a religious ritual. It's a religious ritual. Religious
Yes.
ritual, yes. When we start to give the ego identity to the child cannot communicate, so we must give through a ritual to the child. It's the idea that now you are a Christian, now you are a Muslim, now you are a Hindu. And giving this involvement to settle. Child remembers it in a repeated way, one by one. And even it forgets sometimes it has a milieu, but like this. So Pavel, what you will say about this?
I think this is good idea to celebrate, and kids have to have to have to have a lot of celebrations. It's interesting tradition in Greek culture to celebrate not only the birthday, also celebrate the name day, because the naming of the children um, it's very important thing. So usually it's also connect with some religious saints or gods, and they have some celebrations. Uh, each name usually have one or two celebrations during the day, during the year. So um, my daughter have the two names, Anna Maria, and we have 7 celebrations, 3 for Anna and 4 for Maria. And and parents should also be involved in celebrations, because I see that many, even in birthday celebrations, kids are playing and parents are sitting and drinking. So they are not involving themselves in this kind of celebrations. So how to learn from the kids? It's the celebration
This
is
is
number
all
one.
giving, what we are giving to the child. Then if we go in this way in India, then there are 16 rituals. 16 rituals, like baptism is one ritual for the child. In India, if you go systematically, then 16 rituals, even from the conception of the child, conceiving of the child, till until he is 12 years of age is going through. There are 16
Really?
rituals. Yeah. To
Wow.
to make him like a Hindu, to feel that he's a Hindu. 16 rituals. Nobody follows now in that way. But I have seen that each ritual has amazing insight behind. It is a science of bringing or the soul, kind of soul you want to bring. See, like bringing particular soul, no? Like attracting for the mother or the parents to wish that I need this kind of child. I want this enlightened child or this way elevated. It's a desire expressed and a particular. Even you have not desired, still for every ordinary human Hindu, 16 rituals, traditionally, if you follow the tradition.
Mhm. So you've seen all 16?
Not.
Be interesting, though, wouldn't it?
But interestingly, I
Absolutely.
know that is sanskaras since the
Yeah.
conception till the birth
Mhm.
after that.
I think that would be interesting
I
to
can
watch.
show you on internet all 16 points where this, but this is sanskaras. It's like giving a kind of belief, we're transferring a belief child.
There's
And
more programming.
ego programming, ego identity
Okay.
programming with kinesthetic senses, and to making the moments remarkable so that you can't forget about it,
Yeah.
making it such a drama about it, like marriage. So, no, like you create such a drama
Yeah,
about
that's
it
definitely a
that,
drama.
that you don't forget that you are married.
No.
Oh my.
now I always repeat your story that the marriage is not only for this life, and it's for another 7 lives. That I scared my wife that that
Yeah, because
we
to
are together not for this life, but also for the another 7 lives, and
because to grow
she's
your
complaining.
heart and kill your mind. You know, like mind moves in optional thinking and doubt. If mind will have a doubt, it will start to move. Deeper the doubt, faster is the movement. So if you have a chance, if you see, oh, 7 life we will be together, means there is no way of separation. So in that way, you will have a completely different mind.
Okay, you got to explain this because I'm coming from a different place.
Yeah,
So
different perspective. I'm just telling you this monogamy and polygamy insights, like monogamy and polygamy insights. So if you are going towards the monogamy, and if you give a chance to marry others or to explore others, everybody will choose that. Everyone is going to invariably choose, given a chance. I mean, everybody means without some exceptions, somebody be. But almost everyone will choose a chance to become polygamous, to experiment. And very rarely someone will fall in monogamy.
well, what?
In monogamy, like very rarely, everyone will experience. Seeing this scenario, Indian mind started with the deep conditions. If we don't give a chance at all to think of any other option except this man and this woman, then what will? Mind you can deal with 2 ways. Either you completely ignore it, or you give complete freedom, or you completely control it with the full power. You have the power to hold it. So we don't have the power to hold, so we follow the technique of ignoring the mind, witnessing, watching, not interested. Thought comes, I'm not entertaining you, not giving attention to you, just letting it pass by. And slowly, slowly, all thoughts passing by. So in this way, we try to meditate.
So you're talking about relationships, right? I'm
Yeah.
trying to get zoned in here. Okay.
So
Don't you think some are karmic though, and that if you break that karma, you break the pattern in the family?
in the relationship, if you give an option to think, anybody will think and try. But if you don't give it at all to think, then you will develop Indian society.
You will what?
Society which will have a lot of emotional security. If you give the freedom, persons are emotionally insecure. You are raising the emotional insecurity in this freedom. And if you don't give the freedom to think, you are increasing the emotional security.
Mm-hmm.
To play. So Indian mind experimented of full emotional security and no freedom. 7 life, you should be together. So now be committed whatsoever. Is like brother and sisters, you are growing in the same family. No choice to change your brother or sister. You learn to adjust, resilience, adopt, accept, and just be.
It's controlling.
I mean, this 2 way we can see America and India.
Mm-hmm.
Completely opposite way.
Oh, yeah,
One,
yeah. I get
one
it.
where emotional insecurity is rising, and where people are not taking any risk over the emotional security. They can leave everything but not the emotional security. There are people taking all the risk of emotional security and growing, becoming very developed. India now taking risk on emotional security and becoming a developing country.
But
So,
I think it's a two different. One is a relationship, and another is a family. This is the difference. You, the seven lives. It's only when you marry. If you're
well,
not
the
married,
impact will transfer to the child. The security of the parents, the state of mind is being transferred always to the child. So if the mother or father, anyone insecure, the child will carry it. Child will carry this insecurity.
So how can that be broken? By
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying you the scenario. There are two experiments directly. You can see one India and one America. They are dialectically opposite in two ways developing. And now you can say Americans trying to become Indian, going towards monogamy, one person, more emotional security, and India exploring now in living relationships, multiple sexual relations. The young generation is exploring and coping with emotional insecurity, but becoming more smart, financially rich, working in corporate, going abroad, exploring the world, earning money, adopting to Western culture, because this idea coming from Western culture, from America and Europe. America and Europe are also reversing.
That's good though.
Enough is enough. We lived a lot. We need emotional secure life.
I think it's good that you throw it all in a pot so that the pieces of the puzzle can create the puzzle.
Now it's making sense, no? Mine is just to take a topic and throw from different points of view all things together. Now your mind will start to make sense how to connect things to connect. So that's the idea, no? Like, in India, when a visitor comes, they don't like it, but they start to enjoy it. You give an order, sandwich, suppose sandwich. You never know what you will get. The name will be sandwich.
Seriously. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I get it.
On the top, if you will complain, this is not there, that is not there, tomato not there, or this not there, they will bring it and give to you and give a knife also, cut it and make it by yourself.
Jeez.
So it's a real story, I'm telling you, all this real story. And the first time the person coming to India, sitting in the restaurant, ordering things, and encountering this kind of situation, he cannot answer or she cannot think of it. It's just pure enlightenment. No? So the tourist coming to India, they don't understand what they like it. Nothing, sound pollution there, people, these accidents there, all kinds of risk there, no, in this.
Yeah.
But what they like it, which they don't get in any other country. Shocks.
Oh my
Shocks
gosh.
upon shocks upon shocks. So I say first time when I say people coming to Rishikesh, India, I talk to them. They are freaking out, complaining. Although this is not clean, so this is not about services, which can never be perfect in India, about services. And they're complaining about the service. Next year I meet them, they forget about it. They went to the West, now they're missing it. No shock. Here, everyday life is shocking and adjusting, and you have no ego identity. Nobody knows you here. So you are fully free to design yourself. who I am. A complete freedom. So they don't understand what they're getting, but they're getting a complete freedom to design yourself over each shocks. And shock is a shock. After a few times, you become addicted to it. This becomes part of your lifestyle. So when they get to some other country, no shocks, everything design, no surprises come. Here, everything is a surprise. Anytime surprise can happen from any direction.
I can't wait till I come. There.
Oh, my battery is running low. But we are almost. So now somebody can sum up. I was just throwing a lot of direction and so many things together
That's all
to
right.
bring out a paradigm shift in a way that what really to give to the child. We are always ready to give, give, give. At least learn to receive and learn to learn rather than baptizing them. In Hinduism, we have 16 ways to inculcate an idea that you are really a Hindu now after 16 this. You have in Christian at least one, thankful, baptism one. In Muslim, they have a lot by their own. So this is the way we are giving them an identity. That's a broad way to think what identity we should give to the children. This is the basic of education and what feeling we give to them.
Goodbye. That was quick.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.